Hey guys, we're back. We're finishing up with part 3 on restoring our Louis Vuitton Speedy 30. And right now we've got the Apple leather conditioner that is sitting on one of the handles of the bag. And like I had said in parts 1 and 2, this bag was actually much cleaner than I was expecting when I picked it up. And we cleaned the canvas of the bag with this product called Green Wire. This is concentrate, and I just mix it with a little bit of water and then use warm washcloths to wipe down the canvas of the bag and dry it, and it has a nice sheen on it and very clean. And I will also use it on the interior of the bag. But right now, where we left off in part 2 was cleaning the brass lock. So I had already cleaned the key, and let me show you. So I didn't do anything different. We had just used plain white vinegar and baking soda and mixed it together. And yes, it was like a school experiment. It was all bubbly and very fun. And we mixed it into this paste, which I used to just pour onto the brass lock and scrub it in with this baby toothbrush. Then I took some good old-fashioned lemon juice and poured it in this white bowl and just let the lock sort of sit in there with some of the paste on it. And it's starting to clean up quite nicely. Just like with the leather conditioner, you may end up having to do a couple of applications. You just sort of let it sit until it's really what you want it to look like. Now for our purposes, just for time's sake, I may just sort of stop where we are on the key piece and rinse it off and show it to you. Now what I do is I rinse it off with some water and a little bit of just whatever I have in the kitchen, some ivory soap here. Cleaning it off, rinsing it for you. Okay, now I can probably take off my gloves. So I changed gloves. If you've been watching this series, I change gloves every time because I don't want to cross-contaminate with the different products that I'm using for cleaning, because each one has a specific use. So I certainly don't want to get the lemon on the Vachetta leather. Oh, you're not going to believe this. And the truth is, I could probably get it even cleaner, but this was just a few minutes with the video. So what do you think about that? If you watched part 2 and part 1, you know what it looked like before. Can you believe that? Just with some homemade, yeah, it's probably pretty close to the key color now. Homemade non-toxic ingredients. It really is something once you rinse off the residue with a little bit of soap and you just sort of brush it. It's just beautiful. Nice and restored. It certainly is not brand new, but it's got a nice clean to it. And I could probably get it cleaner, but this is most likely as far as I'll go. We'll see. But very, very pretty. I'll set those down. And then we want to get our lemon juice and all of that out of the way before we get back to our leather. So I don't want anything to happen to the leather. Let's move all of this out of the way. Okay. And get one of my wet rags here that I use and just wipe off the counter. This is just warm water, just to get any of that, if there was any lemon lurking around. Dry it off. Okay, now I feel much, much better and much, much safer about working on this. Well, one of the things I noticed while we were waiting is that this piece here, I don't know how much better it really is. So I may end up having to use the green wire on it. Yeah, it really didn't do that much. That's a shame. This was the leather conditioner. So that must be some kind of, I don't actually know what that is. But let's just go along our process as we normally would. You can see already some of the dirt being buffed off. So all I'm doing now, I applied the leather conditioner with this triangular makeup wedge and just let it sit. And now all I'm doing is taking a soft, old, white, cut up t-shirt, and I'm just buffing the strap. And it's, I mean, I can see where some of the dirt is coming off, but I've had to do this several times on other bags, 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6 times. So it can be a little bit laborious, but the results are worth it in the end. If it's heavily soiled, I'll pull out the green wire and let it sit on there for a little bit. But I try to use the leather conditioner first to see what kind of results I get on the leather piece. Even this brass is nice and shiny now too. I cleaned that with the green wire. So, well, I can certainly see some dirt there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's for sure there. So let's see what this is looking like here. And I'll probably go over this handle again several times. It doesn't have any cracks, which is great, but it is a little bit dry. So it probably could stand a little bit more. So I'll probably do it again. But oh, there certainly is a difference. I don't know if you can see that, but this is the one that we treated. This is untreated. And if you can see, this one's much shinier now, and it's a lighter color. I don't know if you can tell. I wish you could have seen the bag I did the other day. I took before and after photos, but I didn't video it. I did use green wire on that, and it looks completely different. But I'll keep doing that. But here's what we'll do. We will just take, let me get some gloves on again. I like to use the gloves. We will take a little bit of green wire to that, see if we can't just get that off. I'm actually just going to use a cotton ball for this. Let me get my green wire solution here. And we're just going to rub some on. Oh, look at that. And we are just going to let it sit for, ooh, look at that. It's coming off. I'm just letting it sit here for a second. And now I'll just dip this cloth in my wet, warm water. Now, I don't want to be aggressive with this, but look, that's my favorite part, when the dirt starts coming off. But I don't want to be aggressive because I don't want to remove that nice, shiny, supple, protective layer. But folks, I think our stain is gone. There's some more dirt. Okay, let me see how much I can just dry this quickly so you can see it's gone. And then when it dries, I'll put some more leather conditioner on it. Wish we had a little bit more than 10 minutes so I could show you the very end, but I just want you to see here. Do you see that? It's a little bit wet right now, but all that stain is gone that we were working with. Well, who knows? Maybe I'll do one more short video just showing the end result. But in the meantime, I leave you with that beautiful brass.